If you're looking to secure a pair of the Jordan 11 cherries, that is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do in today's video. I truly think that just about everybody watching this video should have a very good chance at being able to cop this sneaker. These holiday 11s always have a lot of stock, and there's going to be a ton of different retailers that'll be dropping these. I'll be live streaming the entire cherry release, which is going down on December 10th. So make sure you guys sub to the channel, make sure you throw a like on today's video, and make sure you turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video or a stream. On that note, let's get into the video. The retail price on these cherries is $225 for men's and $185 for grade school. Current resale for men's pairs is sitting right around $300 a pair, and grade school is sitting right around the $240 range. One thing I want to note about these cherries is that the demand for these is absolutely through the roof, and if we take a look at recent sales on men's pairs, we can see that these things are selling by the minute, and the same exact thing applies to grade school pairs too. The demand is so high on this sneaker, guys. I see a lot of people calling these bricks and saying that they're going to go under retail, but I do not think that is going to be the case at all whatsoever. I see men's pairs dipping to around $270 to $300 a pair depending on the size, and I see grade school being in the $210 to $230 range. If you're watching this video on Saturday, December 3rd or Sunday, December 4th, then I'm going to tell you one of the absolute best ways to guarantee to get your hands on a pair of these cherries. If you're watching this video after that date, then you should sub to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss a release again. The first way to get your hands on a pair of these Jordan 11 cherries is going to be through Dick's Sporting Goods in-store raffle, and it's also known as the Wristband Release. You're going to want to go to dicksportinggoods.com, and you're going to want to go to the footwear release calendar, and as we can see on screen now, they say they're available at 12/10, which is December 10th at 10 a.m. Eastern, but this is going to be for the online release. And what's going to happen is that on tomorrow morning, Sunday, December 4th, they're going to load up a new page, which is going to have all the informations and the available stores where they're going to be dropping the cherries. It should load under this URL right here, which is dicksportinggoods.com/jordan-launch-details, and they're going to have a massive store list of all of the stores that are going to be receiving pairs. All you're going to want to do is locate a store near you, and you're going to want to head to that store at open. And some people like to get there a little bit before open because depending on where you live, there may or may not be a line. Once you're in the store, you're going to tell them that you are there for the Jordan 11 cherry wristbands, and then they're going to give you a wristband, which is literally going to guarantee you a pair on release day. So you're there for the cherries, you tell them what size you want, you get a wristband, and then what's going to happen is on release day, which is December 10th, you're going to head back to the store with your wristband, and you are going to be able to check out your guaranteed pair of cherries in store. The next way to get your hands on a pair of these cherries is going to be from online and in-store raffles. There are so many retailers that are going to be receiving these cherries, and there's going to be so many in-store and online raffles, but just to name a couple of the main ones for online, we have Kith, SNS, we have Sneaker Politics, we have Feature, and like I said, guys, there is going to be so many raffles. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye on all these retailers' Instagrams, seeing when they're opening up their raffles and entering up on as many of them as you possibly can. As far as in-store raffles go, we should see some of the main retailers such as Hibbett, Shoe Palace, Shop Nice Kicks, and Snipes USA. And make sure you guys are looking around your area for any foot stores or other random boutiques. Call them up, see if they're going to be releasing the cherries, see what their release method is going to be, and if they're going to be doing an in-store raffle, go and enter up on as many of these as you possibly can. The next site we're going to be talking about is Foot Sites and their FLX program, and this is sites like Foot Locker, Champs, Eastbay, and Kids Foot Locker. For a quick summary of the FLX program, you go in store or you go online and you cop pairs of sneakers. They give you points onto your account, and then as you continue to build up these points on your account, and after you reach a certain threshold, they will allow you to start winning these FLX in-store reservations. FLX also has a ship to me program, which is very similar to their in-store reservations program, except that they ship the shoes to you, but the same thing is going to be required where you need points on your account and you need to reach a certain threshold of points in order to start being able to win. The next site we're going to be talking about is going to be Finish Line and JD Sports, and these are very similar to the FLX program in which it's basically pay to win. You're going to need to build up points on your account by making either in-store or online purchases, and then once you build up enough points on your account, they're going to start giving you exclusive access to these hype releases. It looks like the cherries are only going to be releasing through in-store and online exclusive access, so there's not going to be any kind of first come first serve drop on release day. In-store access typically goes out around 9 a.m. Eastern 2 days before the release, so it'll more than likely be on December 8th, and then online exclusive access typically goes out 1 day before the release at 11 a.m. Eastern. So everything we just went over is all that is happening before the actual release date of this shoe, and for a quick recap, we have Dick's Sporting Goods in-store wristbands, we have in-store and online raffles, we have the FLX in-store reservations and their ship to me program, and then we also have exclusive access on Finish Line and JD Sports. Now we're going to be talking about all the sites dropping on the actual release date of this sneaker, which is December 10th, and we're going to start in chronological order at 8 a.m. Eastern. The main two sites dropping at 8 a.m. Eastern are going to be Undefeated and Exhibition exhibition, and these are both going to be Shopify sites. For manual users, which is anyone not using a bot or any kind of auto checkout software, Shopify releases are going to be extremely difficult to hit. If I'm being honest, by the time you add the product to your cart and you're done typing in your first and your last name, the shoe is already long gone on most of these Shopify sites. So if you're a manual user and you're going to be typing in all of your information by hand, it's almost not even worth going for some of these sites. The next time frame is going to be 10 a.m. Eastern, and this is when the high majority of retailers are going to be dropping. We're going to quickly run through some of the other Shopify sites that are going to be releasing. So for some of the 10 a.m. Shopify sites, we have Kith, we have Concepts, we have Shoe Palace, we have Shop Nice Kicks, we have Jimmy Jazz, and there's gonna be more of these dropping too, but the ones that I just listed are typically the ones that receive the most amount of stock. Another site dropping at 10 a.m. Eastern is going to be Snipes USA, and this one's actually became a little more difficult lately because they used to have a queue system, and there was a way where you can pretty much bypass the entire queue and just be able to check out right at drop time. But over the past couple weeks, they've been trying very hard to stop this, and now once you get past the first queue, you add the product to cart, and then they literally throw you into a second queue before you're able to check out. So Snipes used to be a fantastic site for manual users, but it's been a little bit more difficult lately, but they always end up getting a ton of stock, so it could actually be a decent option to try and go for. Another site dropping at 10 is going to be Hibbit, and I'm gonna play a clip from another video of mine showing you guys the absolute best way to be able to cop on this website. There's really only one way to hit this if you're not using a bot, and that is going to be on Apple Pay. So you see we have a countdown timer right here, and what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go onto your Safari, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have your Apple Pay all set up and ready to go, typically with Face ID, so you don't have to type in your password, so it's as fast as humanly possible. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna come onto this product page right here. You're gonna be waiting for the countdown timer. So 2 to 3 seconds before the drop, you refresh, you scroll down, and then you should see sizes in stock, and they should not be grayed out. They should be black, and it should be in stock. You click on a size, you scroll down, you hit Apple Pay, and then you try to pay as fast as possible. The next site we're going over is going to be the Sneakers app, and this is the site that is going to have by far the most amount of stock dropping. The Sneakers app is basically a probability game, guys, and the more accounts that you have entering up into these draws and into these raffles, the better chance you're gonna have of being able to win. I highly recommend everyone to hit up their friends and hit up their family and just have them all make accounts and just try to get as many different devices into these draws as you possibly can. Keep in mind that every account and every device that you're entering in on should all have unique information, so it should have a unique email, a unique phone number, and a unique credit card. So we talked earlier about Dick's Sporting Goods having an in-store release with their wristband method, but they actually are going to be dropping these online too at 10 a.m. Eastern. So you want to hop into queue on your computer, and then you also want to go on your phone's mobile data and hop into queue over there too. And basically, guys, just try to get as many devices into this queue as you possibly can. Once you pass the queue, add the product to cart, and then try to check out as you normally would. Their site always ends up having a ton of errors, and a lot of the times it typically means that the size you're going for is out of stock. So if that happens, remove that size from your cart, go and add another one, and then try to check out once again. Another good option for manual users is going to be the Better Generation app, and I would say they're dropping at 10 a.m. Eastern, but they have been dropping at very random times lately. So I would suggest giving their Twitter a follow, turning on post notifications, and usually they do these 2 to 3 minute raffles, or they do some type of game where it actually gives a pretty fair chance for everyone that's able to enter up. Reminder that I will be live streaming the entire cherry release on drop day. I wish everyone the absolute best of luck on being able to secure a pair of these cherries, and on that note, I will catch you all on the next one.